gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Star Ladder Invitational number 2 European qualifiers. We're going to be taking a look here at game number 3. Yes, indeed, game number 3. We've gone the distance. Team Spirit versus Cloud9, venerable gladiators in this online combat that we're having. And it's myself, Lyrical, as well as Aosin, going to be bringing you the action. Aosin, we saw a lot of Midases in game number 1. There was a CK that just went out of control and just started hitting buildings. There was nothing at all the Team Spirit could do about it. Game number 2, we saw TA get out of control after being heavily hampered in the early stages. Game number 3, we got a Magnus. What do you think?
Seems like Team Spirit, they have a lot of different strategies that they like to run. Cloud9 seems a lot more stable, so I'm just curious to see how Team Spirit. I'm curious to see if Team Spirit has them figured out at this point.
Yeah, and it feels like we're sort of having a different opening each and every time from Team Spirit. That's the thing that's kind of unique about it. But Cloud9, they've sort of now developed into this point where with Treant being banned out first, they're going to go back for the Legion Commander in response to the Magnus.
Reserve time.
I'm wondering, do you think that we're going to see any mix-up as far as like potentially having a one-on-one in the off lane and then going to like an aggro try from somebody? We saw Team Spirit kind of putting the pressure on Ace a little bit in game number 1. Do they go back to that again?
I think it just really comes down to what the picks are going to be like. If you have a Magnus and you're not going to go mid with it, I mean, this was kind of expected already, though. You know, once you pick up a Magnus, you want that melee core, the strong melee core to pair up with it. Juggernaut is by far the strongest one and the most favorable one that everyone goes to. So I'm gonna have to assume that DK Phobos is most likely gonna be playing the Magnus. Most likely will be in the off lane. And I don't think Magnus is exactly the greatest of offlaners to kind of deal with, you know, to pressure the safe lane. It's not as strong as a Darkseer would be.
10 seconds remaining.
So I think we're going to see some fairly standard things out of Team Spirit in terms of laning at least.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and it's a going to be interesting, definitely, to see the Earth Spirit play come out. I feel like I've seen a lot of Noya just kind of run around with this guy. If I'm remembering right, that he is the Earth Spirit player, and he's been playing it for a really long time. I remember that he was one of the early adopters, sort of along the same line as, you know, one of the people that was spamming it in all pick before it actually came to Captain's mode, and has been playing it for a long time. Granted, he's had a lot of changes since then, but with a Juggernaut already there, it seems unlikely to be able to pressure that safe lane, so probably going to want to try and just, again, put pressure on Iceberg and make sure he doesn't have a great time early.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Cloud9 doesn't seem to favor going late with like the, you know, generic late game heroes. They seem to favor these newer mid game heroes. So I'm kind of curious as to whether or not they're gonna do something similar again. And they interestingly ban out the Bane. I don't think I've seen a Bane banned out in a very long time. I'm wondering if this is hinting towards some kind of pick they're going towards.
And maybe they just thought that it was too much of an issue in the mid lane. I'm not sure. It was quite well done the way that we saw Vanscore play it last time, and it's a hero that he's well known for. I would say that and probably his Io were two of his most well-known heroes, which obviously banned out in the first phase. But yeah, third pick now, and they're going to go back for the Dazzle, so only one defensive support this time, with Earth Spirit being that one to make more moves around the map.
Yeah, once again, I think Dazzle is fine. They do have to be a little careful of a potential axe pick still. You can always go mid with the Magnus and then, you know, pick up the axe for the off lane.
Remaining.
All right, that could be good.
5 seconds
It might be a little bit weird still to play like Magnus mid. Aren't there a lot of heroes that can still like punish him pretty heavily, like an OD or something?
In my opinion, I don't think it really does too much to Magnus. Like if you're having a rough lane, you just sit back, start spamming Shockwave to farm. Obviously you're not going to be farming as quickly, but you still will be farming, and then you just put in extra levels into your Empower, and then at a certain period of time you just empower yourself, go hit creeps.
Yeah. And I guess with the ban out of the Ursa anyways, that would probably be one of the more hard carries, or rather harder counters to him in the mid lane. if they did want to run that. I guess even if he goes to the offlane, it'd be a pretty bad matchup. But Tusk now going to get taken again. FNG apparently very much likes this hero. He's gone through a bunch of changes himself, getting that plus 40%, is it at now? For his int growth is pretty
5
nuts.
seconds remaining.
I'm impressed that you remember so many of these
Reserve
things.
time.
Oh, thank you, man.
At this point, I just like glance at the patch notes and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go play it and see how it feels. Like I don't even. I'm not a good patch note reader.
I gotta find something because my play sure as hell is not there. We, as you well know from our games yesterday, but
You're not that bad.
oh, thanks,
You're
man.
fine.
All right, well, 4th pick now for Cloud9. Do they go back for the rat-tastic stuff that won them game number
10
1?
seconds remaining.
Ooh, that's an interesting
Dire
pick.
team pick.
Changing it up. I like this pick a lot. It's another carry that is capable of dealing with the Juggernaut. A lot of the times, Juggernaut is just not going to die because of how he's immune to magic majority of the
10
time
seconds
whenever he needs it.
remaining.
So if there's no Ursa, then Klinks is your next.
5 seconds
I want to say he's your next
remaining.
best bet, but he is an option.
I mean, Ursa was,
Reserve time.
like you said, definitely one of those. And then Lifesteal, I guess, is another pick that you could have gone to, but that one's kind of a weird matchup. If this was China, I would certainly be expecting I would have expected a Lifestealer over a Klinks. But this, I guess, gives you also better split push potential if the game isn't going your way, that you can make stuff like that happen. I don't know. I'm wondering if Cloud9 is maybe after the high of that game 1, it's worn off a little bit, and they're trying to refine their footing.
Yeah, it's very possible. I guess the reason why they didn't take Lifestealer this game is just because of the Magnus. And there's also a Tuskar too, so whoever they end up jumping, Legion Commander is most likely going to be your carrier, and if you jump in, you run the risk of having to deal with a snowball or getting both of them RP'd.
10 seconds
So going for
remaining.
a range carry is probably a safer route.
Yeah.
5 seconds
Well, and
remaining.
I think that too, you have a good way of
Crystal Maiden.
moving around the map, and now taking a Crystal Maiden into the
Radiant
Klinks
team
could be
back.
pretty scary. I guess that Frostbite's always going to be able to save her, but oftentimes you can just like blow up a CM before she even has a chance to respond if you're the Klinks.
Yeah, I mean that's
10
the
seconds
Crystal Maiden life.
remaining.
You either do okay and
5 seconds
die an average amount of
remaining.
times, or you do really badly and die all the time. Or you're either ahead and you just
Dire
die
team back.
regardless. Anyways, the CM life.
The Wraith King ban. Interesting. Does that speak to what they might want to take next, or do you think that
I don't
that's
think so.
no?
10
I think it's
seconds
just
remaining.
it might be something that they've practiced against and see
5
it as an
seconds
option
remaining.
for them. Especially because you can just go mid Juggernaut and go into a Wraith King if you really wanted to.
Dire team pick.
All right, TA is going to be banned. They could go for like an Invoker or something if they wanted. Iceberg plays a really good one. I don't know if there's anything else that's really great against Klinks. Maybe like
10
some
seconds
AoE type
remaining.
of hero. They could go. Doesn't really feel like that's their style though. It's the PL
5
or like a
seconds
Naga or
remaining.
something isn't really the team spirit way.
Night Stalker.
Ooh.
Radiant team pick.
So it
Huh.
is going to be a mid Magnus, or is this a mid Night Stalker? No, this is a mid Magnus, I'm sure.
There should be a mid Magnus.
Yeah. But it's Phobos Night Stalker, the throwback.
10
All right, I like
seconds
it.
Remaining.
It fits very well with how they've been playing. They just want to kill heroes,
5
and Night
seconds
Stalker's going to
remaining.
find them the kills.
This is
I always
like
like watching Night Stalker.
this is like 6.83
Reserve
meta.
time.
Tusk Night Stalker dual offlane.
5 seconds remaining.
And
Yeah,
Lena is
and-
the last pick for Baby Night. Do you like it?
I think Lena is perfectly fine. I like Lena a lot. This lineup definitely has the damage, but once again, I feel like they're kind of pigeonholed into this whole they got to stick together mentality. Because I don't even think Klinks can, do his own thing against this kind of a lineup. There's just so many different ways he can get caught out. That's the scariest thing for them right now.
I'd like to echo that totally, and that say that also you sometimes need that extra bit of vision to try and find pickoffs, and Night Stalker just completely counters that. Like, how's Cloud9 meant to find pickoff kills across the map if you have a Night Stalker that's shutting down all your vision and then eventually build into an Aghanims? Do they need to, like, hit a timing early before, you know, you get that Aghanim Scepter online and try and, like, push down towers?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's going to be something really important to look out for. They need to have a decent start before that happens. Otherwise, like you said, they're going to be struggling with the vision game.
Prepare for battle.
Well, early movements out. Noya is going to be placing down a ward early. FNG gets one down himself. They're going to scout out that that's what's happening and should be able to get a D ward pretty easily as well. Although Rise needs to be a little bit careful, as they do have an Orb of Venom on FNG. Being said, Noya gets his ward, no problems, easy peasy. And looks like that's going to be about the long and the short of it. Oh, is he going to go for the D ward? Or just going to try and go for the kill? They have shards. Rise is maybe in trouble. Can they get into range for the Void? It's just outside. They're slowing him down, though. This might end up being a kill. Is he going to be forced into skilling Grave early? Doesn't look like they're going to be able to catch up to him. 305 movement speed versus 300.
30 seconds to battle.
Dazzle's just a little bit quicker.
Yeah, looks like both teams just going to go for different runes. Realizing that 3 people are indeed bottom.
And Rise can just heal back up at the shrine, and nothing of value is really lost. And then in the meantime, Noya in a position to potentially steal a rune away with Ace here as well. They're actually going to slow down Jug and bring them down to about half HP there. Cloud9 showing they're not going to be bullied.
Yeah, very interesting. They have the Clinks in the offlane now. Going to have the LC 1v1 the Night Stalker. I like this decision, actually.
Yeah. And then you've also got a pretty good little combo here with a heal bomb coming out with the Earth Spirit, and then also having a good amount of physical damage from Ace. So already burning through some of the regen, and actually BZZ doesn't have a poor man shield either. So that nerf gonna really be hurting him. So no stout shield for the Juggernaut. He's gonna need to get that early. Already slowed down. The shards are gonna keep Noya stuck in. Might end up going down, but I don't know if BZZ can handle the damage too much without the stout shield.
Yeah, not having that stout shield really hurts. And, you know, Cloud9, they know about this, taking full advantage of the fact that he's not going to be mitigating a lot of that right click.
How do you feel like this Lina versus Magnus matchup works? Is there any kill potential here?
For Lina, sure.
Okay.
If Iceberg, you know, sits up, there is a chance that he goes down, but for the most part, you know, he's just going to be farming. Not as fast, but still going to be farming.
So this lane, it doesn't really feel like, can they keep denying BZZ access to that side shop?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because they have the Dazzle. The Dazzle alone can keep the waves pushed out.
Uh-oh.
He has to be careful.
He overstepped.
You cannot go that deep. Yeah.
Oh, Rise. That's really unfortunate. And now that gives access to BZZ. The side shop, he has his poor man shield. Still no regen left in this lane. That's a huge problem. They have 3 tangos on CM, while Cloud9 still has full access to the shrine and everything else. But yeah, that's a pretty big flub.
Yep, it's like you said. One thing that C9 is winning on is the regen game. They might have given up a first blood, but Juggernaut's not going to be farming because he's just completely out of regen, and so is his supports.
Yeah. Still battle going on in the bottom lane. Both heroes very low. But yeah, BZZ does need to be careful, and they're not really wanting to invest in it anymore. Vanscore now in trouble, and he just might end up going down here. So the strength of this lane showing itself off there as they kill off that CM. And mid lane, they've shown up, trying to bring down Baby Knight, but not going to get it.
Gonna kill him 1v1. Oh, he gets juked. Oh, that was so close.
Oh, nice play by Hesta Joe. So they dodge 2 ganks and find a kill on the CM. Pretty well played by Cloud9.
Looks like DK Phobos forgot about the slippers of agility change.
This will do nicely.
Oh, yeah. He wanted the stout the poor man shield himself, you mean?
Yeah, he walked to the side shop to buy it, and then he walked out again, not buying anything because he realized, oh, I can't buy this anymore.
Uh-oh. Don't worry, we didn't see it. It's fine. Sure nobody noticed.
But still, it's impressive that as a Night Stalker, he was able to beat an LC in 1v1.
Yeah. Phobos has been standing out in this series. I think that he went unkilled in that game number 2, if I'm not mistaken, on the on the Darkseer.
I don't remember, but that sounds correct. I don't remember seeing him die.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy, he's an incredibly stable player. Oh, is he gonna go down?
Caster's Curse. Yep, there it is. That's the one.
Oh man, it was just a moment away from nighttime.
And Rise now getting body blocked as well as slowed down. He does have level 3, so can skill Grave. He's going to need to go for it now. Can TP as well, but needs to wait for the snowball to come through and trying to run away now. They are going to be able to bring down Rise. Clink's turns trying to kill down FNG. Almost able to get him. He's so low. The Frostbite. They're closing it onto Ace. He doesn't have Invis. Oh my god.
Baited.
Oh wow. That was such good play by Team Spirit. And again, maybe a little bit of mistakes by Cloud9 here and there. I wonder if they're a little bit shook after that last game.
Honestly, I can't even fault Cloud9 for that. If anything, I think that was just FNG baiting the crap out of them.
Yeah. Because he did use shards earlier, and maybe they thought that it was still going to be on cooldown or something.
What have we here?
Yeah, I think he also didn't expect that he wouldn't be able to reach the shrine from there. Yeah, nice plays coming out from FNG. Much better start from last game.
Hesta Joe, manning up against
be
DK
careful.
Phobos.
FNG is here.
They're snowballing in. Another slight bait. They're going to have a stun to catch it, but not enough. Noya not able to keep his buddy alive, and now the true strength of Team Spirit is starting to be shown. Cloud9 in trouble and under fire.
This Crystal Maiden aura just helping out with this Night Stalker so much. Oh, top lane.
BZZ, they tried to go onto him, but, or rather onto Ace, but they weren't able to quite get there, and Healing Ward going to get taken down. Now they have another heal bomb that can come out in a second from Rise, so keeping Ace alive there. Doesn't quite look like it. Grave, there it is. Ace still alive, but not for too much longer, I don't imagine. He does have the salve, but right click from CM too strong.
You can kind of see why people value CM so much now. Like, this aura just makes every lane, like, if it's going well, it's going to make it go even better. And if it doesn't go well, then, well, you have a farming CM who can just go into the jungle.
Right.
Because I think that's why DK Phobos is actually winning this lane against an LC, because he has that mana to just constantly spam Void. And Juggernaut is, despite having the rough start, like, he can survive. Oh.
That was a really good... Oh, Baby Knight there. Good snowball. It is going to signal.
Is he going to make it because of that?
Yeah.
He is?
He is. That was oh, no. No. Okay. Spoke too soon.
Yeah. Lena things.
So that was the thing. They checked right up here to see if there was a ward because they expected one, and then they tried to, like, outplay them by making them think that there wasn't a ward by just walking up high ground. And then the reveal with the snowball made them realize, yeah, there is indeed a ward up there. So, plays and counterplays. That being said, I think Clinks is dead.
Oh no, not again. Ace going to go down.
Yeah, I have to cancel that TP too.
Cold hand in mine.
Yeah, DK Phobos now making rotations during the nighttime. 30 seconds left. Pretty decent nighttime for him. Got like 3 kills.
Pretty decent, yeah. It's not bad. He also is about, well, a decent way towards his urn. God, and yeah, 3 in Void, 2 in Hunter in the Night. He's got his silence as well. They are diving this as it's about to turn daytime, so I think that they do need to back now. DK Phobos probably had to get some more farming done instead of trying to pressure too much further.
I kind of would have liked to see him transition into Iron Talon before this daytime, simply because there's not as much you can actually do around this time, except for farm, and then you kind of have to rely on darkness if you do make it.
Top lane, Hestajo is going to drop. Juggernaut picks up that kill. Yeah, I agree. It's that timing that like Night Stalker loves to be able to make things happen. I guess the plus side is they can maybe find a kill if he pops darkness, like during that 50-second duration or whatever. And it looks like that's indeed what they're going to try for, or not.
Nope, he's just popping it, getting some vision out of the way so that there's a lower chance of Cloud9 actually finding a kill. And then yeah, he's gonna farm relatively safely down here because he has that cover of night.
What do you think about like a Hand of Midas on Night Stalker? And it feels like they're not trying to build into the Aghanim super quickly. They want to play more, you know, keep up the aggression and eventually start to burn down towers.
I think it's fine, especially considering the direction this game is going so far. Like, it's top lane.
Yeah, they're going again. They do do a good bit of damage, and now FNG going to be slowed down. Ooh, good kickback. Noya knows what to play. Who needs a Blink Dagger if you got an Earth Spirit? And now chasing BZZ a bit further forward. They are going to be able to get some more damage. Vanscore taking a couple right clicks. Needs one more to find that kill. Is going to be able to get it. And now BZZ in trouble. Noya, another aggressive roll forward, finds the connection. They're going to be able to kill off BZZ. The Magnets RP, it's not going to be enough. Rise just going to walk away casually from that one. They don't have Darkest now to try and get that extra bit of chase. So they only end up losing the Clinks. It's still a pretty good pick, but not nearly enough. And Hestajo, not afraid, might have made a bit of a mistake there walking back in.
He can't make it up the hill now because of the shards.
Oh, Hestajo rises there. They don't have Grave. He threw his life away. Bit of a curious mistake.
Well, DK Phobos thanks him for the earn charges. Wow, DK Phobos is going for more of a carry role.
Huh.
Has the armlet queued up.
Well, I mean, he's going to be able to farm more than you would normally see on a Night Stalker because of Magnus.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. I actually like this decision because I was like kind of wondering why you would need your offlaner to be the Night Stalker when you can easily fulfill that same purpose if you were going for that Ags build on the support role. But if you go for a right-clicking build as a Night Stalker, then this makes a lot more sense.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay. And then I guess you also just get that added bonus of a little bit of vision. Do you think you still go back for Aghanims eventually, or does he just stay with this?
I don't know. I think you go back to the Ags. Like if he goes for the armlet, then you can go back to something along the lines of Ags and then BKB, for example.
Okay.
And then you go AC.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Huh. And then Iceberg going for the Echo Saber as well. It kind of changes the complexion of this game from what we thought it was going to be. As Hestajo...
top lane, this looks really bad for C9.
Well, maybe they can actually turn this back around. DK Phobos is here, though, and now Hestajo in trouble. They have the Magnetize out onto 2. It looks like Vanscore is going to drop. Iceberg still here, looking for an opening, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get a big RP anytime soon. And no blink up on line for Iceberg.
Dire's middle tower.
Meantime to take tower mid.
Yeah, all things considered, C9 handled that pretty well. They were clearly outnumbered, but they still managed to take down one with them and keep the Elsing alive.
And they need to be careful now because Magnus is in the area and they have the RP, but he still doesn't have the blink, so... Well. So, talking about that change to the way that this game is going to go, do you still think that this puts Cloud9 on a timer? Is it like even more of a timer now, as DK Phobos is not going to quite catch Baby Knight?
He just stuns him and walks away. I think C9 aren't like in too much of a hurry just now. I think they can still, you know, make a comeback in the mid game with these kind of heroes. But I'm kind of curious as to how this like triple melee core is going to work out for them, because I don't know what to expect from this. Like, if you have a right-clicking Night Stalker that's like out of control and a Juggernaut as well, they could just like 2v5 this team in the mid game.
It's true. I think that the first instance that I saw this was it was CDEC actually, that were running like a Magnus mid with Feb, and he kept on building Battle Fury on it. And then they would run it with a Darkseer and then just like one other hero, and it would just win every game that they played. And it's really like all you need is an RP and the game is won. But speaking of which, this is a scary, scary moment. Oh, Cloud9. There's Noya and Rise here to try and break the smoke. They're looking for more, though, and it looks like they will be able to dodge the gank for the moment. DK Phobos walks forward. He's going to be stunned. He might just go down. Where's your Magnus? Everybody else is gone. They jump forward. Omni Slash is out, but DK Phobos already down. Vanscore ulti comes out, but they've now taken down both BZZ as well as Phobos. Baby Knight's still running away, and it looks like FNG is going to get caught also. Vanscore dropped. Team Spirit, where was your Magnus?
That was such a... That was like the biggest mistake ever. I think there was some serious miscommunication. Like you said, Magnus was still like looking around at the where the bounty rune was, and the rest of the team already realized like they're here, they're in the lane, and they went into that team fight like knowing that the Magnus wasn't gonna be there.
God. Oh man, that really hurts. And again, from our point of view, it's like we have perfect knowledge, we understand what's going on, and so like, you know, we can see how big of a mistake it is. In the moment, I'm sure that Team Spirit, just a little bit of miscommunication, it hurts. It's not the end of the world, but it's a good bit of gold going into the pocket of Cloud9.
And that was also a very, very good play by Earth Spirit. Juggernaut went in there, he Omni Slashed immediately, and Earth Spirit timed it like perfectly to when the Omni Slash ended, he silenced him so he couldn't spin. And because of that, they were able to burst him down before he was able to, you know, spin and get away.
Man. Unfortunate.
Radiant's bottom tower is
well,
under attack.
In the meantime, you got BZZ and DK Phobos that are pushing down this bottom lane. How's the Legion Commander dual damage going? He's only at 20 at this point, but does have the blink, so might be able to accelerate that a bit further as time goes on. An Observer Ward and a Sentry placed here. They're waiting for somebody. I guess expecting Ace to be in the area?
I'm just really surprised at how that engagement went.
You can't get over it. It's nuts.
I can kind of understand what Team Secret is aiming for, right? They wanted to bait DK Phobos because he has 13 armor, he has 1600 life, but I guess they also underestimated just how strong Cloud9 was.
Uh-oh.
Driving tier 1.
Yeah, Rise is gonna live through this, but
oh,
Vanscore! Oh my god, the big ulti comes out. They do get the silence out. Noya saving the day, but they ended up losing Rise nonetheless. And now, trying to roll. RP is there. Okay, they got Noya. He's down. So RP committed for 1 kill there. Now they're going to dive further for Baby Knight. Force Staff keeping him alive. As to Joe, it's an okay size overwhelming odds. Looks like that's going to be about the end of it.
Darkness does run out, so they're gonna have to be happy with their 2 picks and tier 1, back away, go back to farming.
And let's see, he has still almost finished off that armlet, DK Phobos. We've got Iceberg building ever closer to his Blink Dagger, which he does just about now have completed. Although Ace is coming in with Legion here as well. Ooh, this would be big. He does have enough gold for the Blink Dagger. Let's see if he gets it in time. Gets the skewer, pushing Ace. I don't think he realized it. And now Tuska's here. And Ace is like, yeah, see you later, guys. I'm out of here. Hestejo also going to TP away. Ace looking for the courier snipe. Spots it. 2 quick hits.
Dire's
TP away.
has been killed.
No
Dire's
skewer.
top tower is under attack.
Nice little victory for C9 there. You know, not finding the pick off, but they do end up picking up the courier.
And we're getting closer to the Manta style done for Juggernaut. Bottom lane's pushing in by Cloud9 as well. They want to try and do a bit of chip damage to the tower since a lot of heroes TP'd to the top lane. It's going to take a little bit of time for BZZ as well as FNG to get here, and that should mean that Cloud9 get back as well.
Oh, I just noticed. Clinks went Midas. I don't know how I feel about this.
At attack speed, though, right? Because he has strafe, so even more attack speed.
I mean, I was kind of joking about how, I mean, this is very much so a Midas tactic. I don't know how I feel about this on Clinks, though. I feel like you can get so much more done if you went for something along the lines of Desolator.
Oh.
Soul Ring Desolator, you can actually pressure CM, for example.
Looks like he's going for the Orchid first instead. And yeah, you mentioned this, going back for the Aghanims after finishing off the armlet for DK Phobos. They did not have vision of the smoke, and honestly, Cloud9 just don't have vision anywhere because of that darkness. Oh, Hestejo, if they find you here, they're moving in towards this side of the map, but nobody else is in the area. Ace going to get jumped on right at the start, manages to get the jump away, press the attack, actually keeping him alive. Now Hestejo in trouble, the RP on to 3! Oh, they're all gone! Double kill for Iceberg. No chance of a save.
That was such a sick RP. That was like the most perfect RP. I think he caught the Clink and the Earth Spirit on the very edge, it seems.
Wow. And it's again just showing the strength of this Team Spirit draft. You pick yourself a Magnus, and this hero is hard to contend with.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, and the scary thing is he's farming really well right now. You know, he has the Echo Saber, he's got that Blink Dagger, and he's very close to his Shadow Blade as well.
And it just, again, harkens back to the problem, which is how do you make things happen across the map when you have no vision? Like, look at their view right now. They have some wards that are in the area over here, but when darkness gets popped, it's just so hard to make anything happen. And guess what? They smoke up underneath the ward. Team Spirit well aware of what's happening. It's a good play to make this move because you know that RP is on cooldown, but not going to be able to find it.
Gonna be going for their own smoke. Not afraid.
Poor Dazzle. He just wants to farm.
Top tower is under attack.
He just wants to be a farming guy. It ain't gonna happen.
Alright, Empowered Night Stalker. I think he hits for like 250 damage with that armor.
This is the saddest rise. Oh, Grave TP? Did they not save a stun? Alright, yeah, they got Skewer. Okay. This does allow Cloud9 to go into Roche, though. And this is a good answer for that movement. I think you trade the Dazzle for Roche every day of the week.
Yeah, really good decision making from Cloud9. Mr.
Oh god. Oh no, they have an RP. They're not gonna go for it. That would have been big, but decide to hold off for now and wait till that next set of items.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, Iceberg has enough for the Shadow Blade, but he's holding off on it for now.
And
oh. Are they gonna get spotted?
Noya got silenced. Hestejo is there, wants to jump, finds the duel onto Iceberg. Ace trying to take him down. They are gonna be able to get it, but in the meantime, Vanscore gets the ulti off. The Grave doing so much work, keeping Hestejo alive. He's gonna be able to blink out of here. They keep him alive here. Over to the side, DK Phobos able to take down Rise. They turn to fight. Hestejo does die, but they're able to bring up EVZ. No, he gets away on nothing. Oh, and now Baby Knight coming in. Can he save the day? I don't think so. Wow, that the sigil keeping alive the Juggernaut just barely there, I think. Holy crap. Lowering
that was with an Aegis, FNG drawing across the entire map.
I'll take that.
Oh.
That was with an Aegis and also with like the Dream Initiation, right? You catch out the Magnus, don't have to worry about the RP, but they still end up trading 3 for 3.
Yeah.
At least the cores are the ones who remain alive.
The CM ulti was really good. That's something, you know, they need to make sure they keep in the back of their mind. Although Iceberg, Shadowblade probably not revealed the way he wanted to. It still works though.
Team Spirit might want to start considering a gem, perhaps. Actually, they're probably just gonna wait for Night Stalker to finish the his scepter, and then they're gonna go into a gem.
Look at this CM build. He's going for a Crimson Guard. Not what I would have expected. It's actually so impressive.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Trying to bait out DK Phobos, they're just gonna run.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Wait. Oh, Rise.
Yeah.
He's dead. I don't think he's gonna make it out.
No, no. Poor Rise. They will, again, take a tier 2 tower, so there's trade-offs happening. This tier 2 is pretty important, particularly when you have a hero like Clinks. You can backdoor, or not backdoor, but at least split push fairly effectively. Although he doesn't have Deso, he's going back for BKB instead. God.
Is this the C9 strategy? Feed Dazzle, get trade.
Radiant's
pretty good
bottom
strategy.
tower is under attack.
It's been working out so far.
Baby Knight showing bottom. There's an opportunity there to go on him, but doesn't look like they're going to opt for it yet. Also, Ace. Is he in vision? Not quite. They spot out the Night Stalker here.
Yeah, unfortunately, he can't go on this, though. Night Stalker has way too much life from the kill. And he's not low on armor either.
So, still holding pat for the moment. The net worth is right about even, with Clinks and Lina topping the charts, in spite of the empowered farming that you've seen. Joe thinking about going now onto Vanscore. They could get a quick kill here, although Magnus is in the area too. Oh, they're thinking about it. Oh, he's thinking. He's thinking long and hard, but they've also got the... if they go right now, oh man, that would have been bad. Yeah, so
What have we
good decision making there from the Legion not to go for that duel.
DK Phobos is only 550 away from his scepter. And I feel like once that comes out, I think FNG has the gem queued up. They're gonna have a scepter and a gem on the Night Stalker, and the game is gonna get very difficult for Cloud9.
Smoke could come out from Noya if they wanted to, but it looks like they're not opting for it. And this is the part that's just so hard about facing off against this lineup, is like, you want to find picks, but 4 of them are together always.
You have to remember, it's gonna be a...
This is the play. Jump, skewer back. Joe not able to get there in time. They have to press the attack. Keeping Ace alive. Turn. There's the BKB. Duel down as well. The Magnus RP was not good enough. BZZ is gone. Now going to end up losing more off the back of that. Reapplying Magnetize. Blink Dagger broken. He does have the Shadow Blade to keep him alive. But for how much longer? Breaking the TP. Vanscore going to drop as well. A big team fight win for Cloud9. And there are no buybacks on any of those heroes.
I just want to point out that, you know, once again, like you say, we can see everything, so it's very easy for us to see these kind of mistakes, but I honestly feel like that was the most obvious bait. That was just way too obvious of a bait. Ace not once in this game has been standing out in the open, farming like that. And, I mean, they fell for it. And that was a huge victory for Cloud9 because of it. They have to be very careful about that. They could have just played it safe and waited for DK Phobos to finish his sector.
Now FNG TP's into hell. They are going to some other TPs coming in. And the rest of them, Omni slash down, Ace, they're going to try and share the damage. They do have the jump in, Blade Mail, duel, he got silence. Oh, great play there from DK Phobos. Can they find anything else here? Rise needs to grave himself in just a second. A good light strike ray from the high ground. They catch through as well. Hesito doing damage, RP connects onto 2. Ace still dealing a lot of damage here. BKBs turns to fight, Hesito still alive. Somehow, some way, they're making the work with the cleave damage. Might be too much. Can they bring down Iceberg? Hesito is going to end up dropping, given over dual damage. This is a huge problem. They are going to lose for Cloud9, and Team Spirit take a demonstrative fight in the river.
I feel like that could have been the perfect team fight again for Cloud9, but a lot of that was thanks to Juggernaut. He might have died early, but he continued microing its healing ward, and that kept everyone alive.
Uh-oh. 30 seconds. Chat out what's going to happen next. Okay. So 4 heroes ended up dropping, if that's correct. Cloud9 did take a big win earlier. Now it's going to be dropping heavily into the favor of Team Spirit. How do you see the next couple of minutes playing out here? Like, Roche still down for a little while at least.
I expect that I still really strongly believe that Team Spirit are going to take control of this game now, since DK Phobos does have the gem and the scepter, and as long as they play around the Night Stalker now, I feel like it's incredibly difficult for Cloud9 to get the kind of team fight that they're looking for. So they just have to play disciplined, and it should be slow and steady for Team Spirit from here on out.
Okay. Looks like Night Stalker is queuing up a halberd as well. Which, another great answer for the Legion Commander.
I can see why Cloud9 values this Dazzle so much, though. They play very, very well around it. And the Dazzle Weave and the Graves, it just offers so much to these team fights. But now that Night Stalker has that gem, it's like incredibly difficult for him to position himself in a safe location. I think DK Phobos is just going to run after him every team fight and then silence him, and then everyone else will go down before he gets to save him.
Yeah, the Dazzle positioning is going to be very hard to deal with. Like, making sure that they're in the right spot. If Cloud9 win this, it's going to be off of really immaculate play from Rise, as well as from, honestly, Ace, because he can't afford to get caught out, like, ever. And it's a very easy game to get caught out. He's just about to finish off his Bloodthorn, so if they do manage to get a big jump on somebody with a play like this smoke here, that might just turn it over well for them. Blade Mail pop, they jump forward, found Baby Knight, good frostbite, breaking the Blink Dagger. Iceberg is there, they can jump forward if they want now. Doesn't want to go for the duel, but there's the Grave, keeping them alive for the moment. It's not going to be for long though. And now Cloud9 about to drop a double kill there for Vanscore. DK Phobos finds another. You said it, they're taking control of this game. No answer for Cloud9. Oh god, and Baby Knight might just be dead here as well. You got too much freaking damage. Force Staff, TP, Void's already been used. Can't find the kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's gonna hit the tower. DK Phobos with 3,000 life.
Structures are fortified.
Tier 1, a Tier 2. They still have a decent amount of time. They could get some damage on mid if they wanted to. And it looks like they will be doing it.
Oh
no, they missed RP!
Alright, that's a good way to start it for Cloud9. Quick plays by Ace. And now, no RP. Okay, here's where you take this fight. Smoke, they try to get the extra damage, or extra movement speed rather. Vanscore almost dead. That Vitality booster is keeping him alive a little bit longer. The Omni Slash doing too much damage. They stepped out too far. Now they've lost their Clink. 70 seconds. Team Spirit might have just pulled this one out. And they're looking for more. Hesta Joe, press the attack, Blade Mail, turns to fight, wants to party, gets the duel. BZZ, what are you doing? They can't quite get away with that one. They are going to end up losing the Night Stalker. Iceberg is on top of Baby Knight Rise. Grave, 4 staffs keeping him alive. But for how much longer? It's not looking great. Cloud9 trying to get out. Oh, he's gone as well. Rise is going to fall. Everybody's dead. There's buybacks on 2. But Team Spirit still large and in charge in this one.
This game is so chaotic now, and I think this is kind of how it has to be played out. Cloud9 has to continuously go for these engagements and in hopes of winning one of them so that they can take like some kind of control within this game. But this Night Stalker is just making it far too difficult for them.
Yeah, 3 cores. It's hard to deal with, and it's like you just don't have enough damage between your cores to bring them all down. Like, Jug just naturally is going to be hard to kill off. The healing ward giving you so much percentage base heal, too, on all of these very tanky heroes. Yeah. They need more damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
and they were
attack.
only able to even trade a couple of kills here and there because Magnus ended up missing the RP. If the RP wasn't missed, that probably would have been a set of racks.
Alright. Ace and Noya in the area.
Radiant's
You
bottom
have Iceberg
tower
with
is under
RP
attack.
up again. Smoke play was not under vision. Although they're wrapping around for the shrine. Oh lordy. What's the play here for Cloud9? Looks like they want to try and push in the top lane. This is where it went all right for them previously, but that was without a Magnus there.
They had a plan to
Joe?
They had a plan to engage there while it was daytime and DK Phobos didn't have.
Start of the fight. They're there. Omni Slash gone. Noya as well as Hestajo already gone. Ace is out. He's already popped the RP. It looks. No, he hasn't used it. Ace is going to die here in a second. They get the RP onto 2. Team Spirit dismantling this Cloud9 lineup that looked so good for so long, but a triple kill for FNG, and now moving into Roshan. This could potentially be the beginning of the ruination of Cloud9.
Yeah, I really, really like this last big Night Stalker. It just completely ruined Cloud9's draft. They have no way to combat this.
Radiant's middle tower
Like,
is
their
under
best
attack.
option is to wait for this tiny window where it's daytime and he doesn't have darkness, and that window is no longer than 30 seconds. That's like your time to make a move,
Radiant structures are fortified.
which is right now. And he already has his darkness again.
Radiant's middle tower
Everyone's dead.
is under attack.
Your window is gone.
Radiant's middle tower has
Oh lordy. Well, here we go.
Radiant's middle
Potentially,
has fallen.
I mean, the best thing that you could say right now is that there's still 2 tier 2 towers up. So they can't just go for an outright mega creeps or something else like that. Yeah, we'll have to watch and wait and see. God, the Night Stalker last pick, just so smart. And again, the sort of gear that makes all of this engine work together is the Iceberg Magnus with the Empower.
I mean, look at DK Phobos. With the Empower, even without his armlet on, he hits for 360 damage.
Yeah.
That's without the armlet. If he turns on his armlet, he does 400 something damage. That's a Night Stalker with utility items.
That's nuts. And it really is just whoever you RP is dead. And then if there's somebody else next to him, that's it. Like, you don't have to get a 5-man RP. All you need is 2,
Radiant's bottom
because
tower is under
like
attack.
Jug should be able to secure somebody else.
Yeah, and FNG playing really well this game as well. You mentioned that 40% XP gain, and because of that, he's level 24 and a half, out-leveling his mid, out-leveling his off-laner, and his carry.
Highest level in the game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All right. Cool.
This is it. This is C9's final play, it seems.
Could it be any other way? but getting ready for a potential base race. And we talked about survivability. Yeah, CM just finished off the Crimson Guard on top of a Solar Crest. Normally a hero that you could find kills on with the Clinks. Not the case this time.
He can still kill her because he has the Bloodthorn, but it's not exactly that easy. I think he's going full utility as well. He's getting the Vlads next. He's the Crystal Maiden, truly, and Aura Maiden right now.
Well, Cloud9, they put up a great showing in game number 1. They brought out some innovative strats. Really impressed with their play, but now it's looking like Team Spirit has found the answer.
Taking another shrine, another tier 2. It's just time is ticking down.
Gotta find a way to come in with this one. Single elimination tournament.
Dark light.
Do we have a smoke machine?
Radiant's top tower is under
Team
attack.
Spirit. They have a Lotus Orb there for Tusk as well, so even if they do manage to find, like, you know, a big initiation with Noya hitting like a 5-person magnetize, you still probably can make sure that they don't end up taking everybody down. So stun comes out, connects on to BZZ, still stunned for the moment. Can go for a dual play if they want, but it's hard to duel an Aegis. And FNG jumps forward, snowball there, goes for a bit more. Omni Slash now down onto Hestajo, Rise is sharing it. They're going to be able to turn this in a second if they want. Still don't want to have to duel BZZ if you can avoid it. They ended up popping it there, so no duel. Vacuum. Oh, excuse me. There's going to be the RP. The Skewer as well. They're all running away. BZZ so low. There's going to be the empowered damage starting to be dealt out in mass. They aren't even able to take down the one Aegis. Buyback from Lina. Now looking for more. Estajo duel down for 30 more seconds. FNG, is he going to fall here? He's so close, but no. Instead, they lose Estajo. FNG finally falls. The rolling kick. Noya able to control Iceberg. They still are buying back on Hestajo. They might be able to win this fight. They're looking for it. There's the overwhelming odds. Take down the CM. Can they kill off BZZ? Looking to kill him off. The stun, it's a little bit off the mark, but the right clicks from Lina are going to ensure it. And at the end of the day, they don't even take down the barracks, so a hold from Cloud9. It's costly, but it's something.
Yeah, I definitely consider that a victory. A pretty big one at that. Like, even though you have to commit all the buyback, it's definitely worth it at this point. You have to do whatever it takes to hold that Rax. If you're not going to be able to hold that Rax,
Bottom tower is under attack.
I think that's just game over.
That Lincoln Sphere, I don't know, was it placed on the... Did somebody else have a Lincoln's? I think that Magnus placed his Lincoln's on the jug.
Yeah, I think so too.
Not sure. He might have just picked it up, actually. I could be wrong about that. Or he was switching out his bottle. But in either case, the duel did not quite end up working.
They did manage to win that, or hold them off, like through the Aegis. So there is hope.
Yeah. They're winning team fights.
Yeah, and Lina actually does damage. Thanks to that Maelstrom and Fiery Soul, as well as the plus 44% Fiery Soul per stack.
Oh yeah. A lot of attack speed coming from that. And then you've also got the natural 50 damage that she gets from her kit. So, things looking marginally better for Cloud9. The other thing that we can talk about is that you're about to have an MKB completed on Ace. He's getting very close to it. He's going to sell out the Aquila to finish it. And what is his 25? 70 strafe attack speed? Oh, wow.
Yeah, he is pretty damn fast. They have the damage, but they need to make sure they have the lockdown necessary.
Right. Or a lack of lockdown from Team Spirit if Ace is able to dodge RPs and such. Because outside of the RP, you're basically dependent upon Tusk initiation and like maybe a CM Frostbite here and there.
The problem with that is, yeah, that should be enough. One thing to note though is that You know, Earth Spirit. There's a lot of Lotus Orbs all over the place.
Yeah. He's gonna get his done soonish. Dazzle still has Grave. I guess that is something. Like, if Cloud9 builds into enough of this damage, we've seen that they can take a team fight, at least inside their own base. Let's see, how many people have hit 25 so far? Lena also got it. Tusk, did he go for the health? Yeah, 700 health, which is a just absurd amount of health.
Got it. This will do just fine.
Mag also ended up going the minus respawn time. 12 armor for Night Stalker, and that's going to be about it for now.
Look at FNG's build. He has 44 armor as support Tusk.
Oh my god.
And thanks to that health talent, you know, he's sitting at a 2600 life and a ton of armor. More to come as well. CM working towards the Vlads. Juggernaut finishing up the Butterfly as well. This is their moment.
Smoke looks to potentially be breaking underneath this ward here. Also, DK Phobos running in. Does he? I think he caught a glimpse there of Clinks. God, this is just—it's one of those things too. If you win one fight, suddenly either team is just over potentially. I mean, there's buybacks left on Magnus and Night Stalker, but that's it right now on Dire.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Wait. No, Magnus has it too.
I said Magnus and Night Stalker. Sorry, did I say something different?
Oh, I thought you just said just Night Stalker.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna be surprised if it was only one person.
They are gonna get the.
I'm kind of surprised.
And they bought out a couple of items.
Has fallen to the Dire.
Go get the cheese. There you go.
Kind of surprised that Iceberg isn't going for Refresher. I think Refresher would be better than Bloodthorn.
They don't need a whole lot more damage, do they?
I don't really think so.
All right. It all comes down to this potentially. Baby Knight, Mjolnir done. You have buyback on Clinks and Earth Spirit. Weave now there onto everybody. They can reapply things. There's going to be the Lincoln Sphere popped already on top of him. Snowball save for the moment. Noya already dropping low. DK Phobos on top of him, able to get the rollaway, so he's going to be coming back into this fight. Ace is alive. They get the Lotus Orb. Joe gets the Grave off in time. They're able to keep him alive, but they can't quite kill off FNG. Too much armor running away. Joe is going to end up dying. He does not have buyback. Dead for 90. Now they might end up losing more. Baby Knight still alive through this, but the RP comes out. They pull him back in with the skewer. Rise is gone. Dead for 100. And I think with that, unless we see something magical, Cloud9 is going to be knocked out of these qualifiers by Team Spirit. A very close and contested matchup. But the Mag, the Night Stalker, and the Jug were too much in the end. Oh,
really good showing from Cloud9. But this last game, I think this is just an outdraft. Night Stalker was just too much for them to deal with, and they didn't have an answer for Vision. And because of that, like, it's just so difficult for your LC to initiate, or your Earth Spirit to know where to kick, and your Dazzle to position himself defensively to save whoever gets caught out.
Yeah, it's such a difficult game. And I think it harkens back to the Magnus pick. Like, this hero, I don't think you can get away with letting people have it. It's still broken, I think. Not like broken in the way that everybody just auto wins with it, but it's such a strong hero. I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of it still in Kiev. What are your thoughts?
I am pretty sure I listed him as one of the most banned heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because doesn't matter what region you're in, a lot of teams are just getting rid of it in the first phase.
Well, ladies and gents, that's going to do it for our first series of the day. Cloud9 knocked out by Team Spirit. The CIS guys making it happen for the semi-CIS tournament. Already we've had Comanche as well as Vega Squadron move on from our previous rounds. And then coming up a little bit later, the return. They're back. Na'Vi. It's time to see them again. Aosin, you excited to see them take on effect?
Yay.
So much enthusiasm. It's great. I love it. So that one should be happening pretty soon after this. I think the lobby might already be hosted. I hope you guys have enjoyed the broadcast so far. Be sure to give us a follow on Twitter if you guys feel so inclined, at Lyrical Dota, at Aosin Dota. Be sure to keep on following the Starladder Invitational Season 2 European Qualifier. It's going to continue on very shortly after this. Already we've had a couple of other teams invited as well as qualify. Vici J was one of the direct invites. We also had Newbie directly invited. We're still waiting on 4 more direct invites, as well as Invictus Gaming, who moved on from the Chinese qualifiers. So should be a great event. Looks to be starting on the 18th of May until the 21st. So after Kiev, a new meta, potentially a new patch, and maybe even new teams, since one of these squads from the European region is going to be moving on. And maybe it's Na'Vi. We'll have to see in just a little bit. Stick around, everybody. Second series coming up right after this.
E-gaming